Cava is a sparkling wine from Spain that has a lot of similarities with champagne, but also some distinctive differences. In this section, we will explore what Cava is and how it differs from other types of sparkling wine. Cava is made in the same way as champagne, using the traditional method of secondary fermentation in the bottle. This means that after the first fermentation of the base wine, a mixture of sugar and yeast is added to each bottle and sealed with a cap. The yeast consumes the sugar and produces carbon dioxide, which creates the bubbles in the wine. The bottles are then aged on their lees, the dead yeast cells, for at least 9 months, which adds complexity and richness to the wine. The bottles are also rotated and tilted gradually to move the lees to the neck of the bottle, where they are removed by a process called disgorgement. The final step is to add a dosage, a small amount of wine and sugar, to adjust the sweetness level of the wine. Cava differs from champagne mainly in the grapes used and the region where it is produced. Cava is made mostly from 3 native Spanish grapes, Macabeo, Parellada and Xarel-lo. Macabeo adds freshness and acidity, Parellada adds floral and citrus aromas, and Xarel-lo adds body and structure. Some producers also use Chardonnay, Pinot Noir, Garnacha and Monastrell grapes to add more variety and complexity to their wines. Cava can be white or rose, depending on the grapes used and whether they are pressed with or without their skins. Cava is produced mainly in Catalonia, a region in northeastern Spain that includes Barcelona. The heart of Cava production is the Penedès area, where most of the vineyards and wineries are located. However, Cava can also be made in other parts of Spain that have a similar climate and soil conditions, such as Aragon, Valencia, Extremadura and Rioja. Cava has its own denomination d'origine, DO, status, which means that it has to follow certain rules and regulations regarding grape varieties, production methods and quality standards. Cava is a versatile and affordable sparkling wine that can be enjoyed on any occasion. It has different styles and levels of sweetness, ranging from brut nature, the driest, to dulce, the sweetest. It also has different categories based on the aging time on the lees, such as Joven, young, Reserva, aged for at least 15 months, and Gran Reserva, aged for at least 30 months. Cava can pair well with a variety of foods, such as tapas, seafood, cheese, ham and desserts. Cava is also a great base for cocktails, such as sangria or mimosa. Cava is a Spanish sparkling wine that deserves more recognition and appreciation for its quality and diversity. It is not just a cheap alternative to champagne, but a unique expression of the terroir and culture of Spain. Cava is a Spanish sparkling wine that can be white or rose, and is made using the traditional method of second fermentation and aging in the bottle. Cava has a denomination d'origine status, meaning that it can only be produced in specific areas of Spain, using approved grape varieties. There are 9 grape varieties authorized for making Cava, but the most common ones are Macabeo, Xarel-lo, and Parellada for white Cava, and Grenache, Pinot Noir, and Monastrell for rose Cava. Each grape variety contributes different characteristics to the final wine, such as acidity, aroma, body, and flavor. Cava is also classified by its aging time and sugar content. The aging time determines the complexity and richness of the wine, as well as the size and persistence of the bubbles. The sugar content determines the sweetness and balance of the wine. The different styles and varieties of Cava and how to pair them with Mediterranean dishes are: Cava, Cava de Guarda. This is the youngest and freshest style of Cava, aged for a minimum of 9 months. It has fine bubbles and fruity aromas, and can be dry, brut nature or brut, or slightly sweet, secco or semi-secco. This style of Cava is ideal for appetizers, salads, seafood, pasta, rice dishes, and light cheeses. Reserva Cava, Cava de Guarda Superior Reserva. This is a more complex and elegant style of Cava, aged for a minimum of 18 months. It has more intense aromas of toast, nuts, honey, and brioche, and can be dry, brut nature or brut, or slightly sweet, secco or semi-secco. This style of cava is perfect for grilled fish, roasted chicken, cured meats, mushrooms, and creamy cheeses. Gran Reserva, Cava de Guarda Superior Gran Reserva. This is the most refined and sophisticated style of cava, aged for a minimum of 30 months. It has a rich and creamy texture, with complex aromas of dried fruits, spices, vanilla, and caramel. It can only be dry, brut nature or brut. This style of cava is suitable for meat dishes, such as lamb, beef, or duck, as well as foie gras, truffles, and aged cheeses. Cava Parage Calificado, Cava de Parage Calificado. This is a special category of cava that comes from a single vineyard with unique characteristics. It has to be aged for at least 36 months and can only be dry, brut nature or brut. It has a distinctive personality and expression of terroir. This style of cava is ideal for gastronomic dishes that require a high-quality wine pairing.